Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all. Yes. Today, I wanted to begin to introduce 5 skandhas to you. Have you ever heard of 5 skandhas? There is a term in Buddhism, 5 skandhas. And in Sanskrit, they call it skandhas. But in Pali language, there's no S, skandhas. Okay. If we translate skandhas into English, then we have the word aggregates. Aggregates means there are 5 conditions put together in order to form a person. So if I say, this is I am Venerable Hangyi, then who made Venerable Hangyi? 5 skandhas, 5 conditions, 5 elements. Sometimes we translate this word into aggregates. So sometimes we may use aggregates, 5 aggregates. Or we can directly to use Sanskrit words, skandhas, or Pali, skandhas. Every time when we hear something like this, it's better for us to ask Buddha, why you introduce 5 skandhas to us? In Buddhism, you are welcome to ask any question. It's better to ask questions because there are reasons for us to know why Buddha taught us 5 skandhas. Without knowing reasons, sometimes we may not be able to understand why we have to learn this. How come we have to understand 5 skandhas? So today, I hope every one of us, we're going to learn this term, 5 skandhas. skandhas, 5 skandhas. And at the same time, we wanted to ask the question, why Buddha taught us 5 skandhas? If you have a chance to read Heart Sutra, from the beginning, Buddha will say this to us. If we are able to observe the empty nature of 5 skandhas, then we will be free from all sufferings. So that was the teaching from Heart Sutra. So understanding 5 skandhas is directly related how are we going to liberate us from sufferings. Without understanding 5 skandhas, then it's difficult for us to free us from all kinds of attachments. If we wanted to have the answer, then Buddha will say, in this world, who is the most important person? Basically, everyone will say, I am the most important person. I'm so important. Okay. When we have this kind of a thinking, I am very important, then we have the attachment to I. Unless we're going to train ourselves, be humble, respect others. As a human being, everyone, we all feel I'm the most important on earth. Okay? So that is the fundamental concept of human beings. Unless we've been trained, we've been educated. Then we learn how to be humble, respect others. Otherwise, arrogance, self-centered personalities is deeply inside us. Okay. Because of this self-attachment, I feel I'm the most important person on earth. So I'm number one, and also I always try to protect myself. Even I have to harm others. Sometimes that's why we have war. We have a lot of conflicts between human beings. Even in the society, when I talk to you, you talk to me. We have arguments. We have different opinions. Then my opinion is the most important opinion. So slowly, we are going to accumulate a lot of negative feelings among the people. So today, if we ask, what is the roots of all kinds of problems? In Buddhism, Buddha will say, basically, all kinds of problems are based on the roots of ignorance. What is the ignorance? Because we don't clearly understand who we are, how we exist over here. We feel I'm here by myself. I feel I can survive by myself alone. I don't feel I always depend on others. So we feel I am very independent. Also, I feel I wanted to live forever. As a human being, we always wish that I'm not going to die. Even I know someday I'm going to die. But I wanted to live forever. I hope I can live forever. Even I know after 80 years, 100 years, I cannot continue to maintain this physical body. Then we create another concept. I am going to have a soul. The soul is permanent. It's going to be continued in the next life, in the future. Continue my existence. I'm not going to die. So this kind of attachment actually creates all kinds of a belief. Which belief is correct, which belief is not correct. Actually, among the religions, we have to study this. Okay? So today, if we ask a question to Buddha, why you taught us 5 skandhas? Buddha will say, because all human beings, every one of us, we attach to our self-existence. We feel I am independent. We feel I am going to live forever. And so this kind of attachment actually is going to create a lot of negative feelings and also wrong understanding, then create problems. Okay. Today, let me use this as a base for us to understand that the reason for us to study 5 skandhas. When we say 5 skandhas, actually Buddha helped us to analyze who we are, how we exist in this world. At first we feel as a whole, I'm one. When I say I'm a Venerable Hangyi, I'm thinking I'm one, complete. Okay? And there's I inside me. There's a true self inside me. So basically I feel I'm one, I'm independent. I'm living forever. when we actually analyze the reality, we're going to discover that actually the fact is not like this. I'm combined by different kind of conditions. For example, the first condition is my body. Body, and in Sanskrit, they call Rupa. We all have a body. Okay. Is a body, is the real I? No, it's just part of it. The body is a part of I. It's not complete. Then we have feelings, emotional feelings. Okay, besides body, then we study our, psychological phenomenon, emotional phenomenon. Then there's a feeling inside me. Sometimes I feel happy. Sometimes I feel sad. Positive feelings, negative feelings. So there are some conditions we call feelings. Feeling is a part of I. Feeling is a part of I. Okay. And besides feeling, we have a perception. We call this Guanyin Hall. Every time when I enter this hall, I notice, oh, this is a Guanyin Hall. In front of us, there is a grand hall. We have friends in the hall. Today, we have English Dharma study class. So we are going to recognize, we are going to understand phenomena by using names, terms, to be connected with phenomena, perception. Okay, that's why we all, have names. We all try to remember words in order to recognize phenomena. Also, this is a part of I. We increase our knowledge. We educate ourselves from the school, from the society. Yeah, slowly we have, perceptions. And by using those perceptions in order to recognize surroundings. After that, also psychologically, we have mental formation. Mental formation. I'm going to make decisions. Today, I'm going to talk to you. Even I feel I'm a little tired from the trip, in Taiwan. But I'm still determined. I wanted to talk to you today. I don't want to take a break. So we are going to make decisions every day. And also we are going to form all kinds of ideas. Tomorrow I'm going to meet another group. Tomorrow I'm going to study a book. Mental formation, making decisions. Okay, all kinds of decisions. Okay, and finally, we have consciousness. All kinds of psychological phenomena, process, not including in feelings, perceptions, or mental formations. They all put in one category, consciousness. Okay. In this part, I wanted to add another word, including memories. Okay. Today, I see some new friends here. I wanted to remember your face. So today, from my own experience, I wanted to memorize you. So in this part, we have memories. Okay. If you remember all those categories, then you are going to understand what are 5 skandhas, 5 aggregates. The first one is body. The second one is feelings. The third one is perception. The fourth one is mental formation. The last one is consciousness. Buddha taught us, as a Buddhist, when you think about yourself, when you observe yourself, actually we've been formed by those 5 conditions. You have them all in order to form yourself. You cannot select any part of it, say, this is I. I cannot say body is I, just part of it. I cannot say feeling is I, it's just part of it. I cannot say perception is I, it's just part of it. Mental formation, consciousness, also are part of I. So through this kind of analysis, observation, you are going to notice that I'm changeable. Constantly, every day, I'm changing all the time. Physically, I'm getting, what do you say, older. Yes, and I remember many years ago I was a kid, but right now I'm an old monk. So physically I'm changing, I cannot deny this. The body is changing constantly because the body is also conditional. My feelings are changing constantly because this kind of a changing phenomenon. So as a human being, sometimes we can be happy at this moment. Also, we can be not happy in different moment. We are changing all the time. My perception is changing. My mental formation is changing. My consciousness, my memories are changing. Okay, so first, who we are. We are 5 aggregates. We are all based on 5 skandhas in order to form myself, ourselves. And also these 5 skandhas relate with each other, influence each other, and also create a life which is changing all the time. So we have another concept, impermanent. So finally, I understand, my existence is conditional. Also, my existence is also impermanent. Based on this kind of understanding, Buddha slowly taught us how to take care of yourself. How to take care of yourself. Okay. And today, in general, I wanted to introduce the 5 skandhas to you by simply use those words to introduce the 5 skandhas. And today, I wanted to use the rest of the time to emphasize on the first part, Rupa. Rupa means physical condition. If we talk about body, my body, then we will say body. But according to this book, I'm going to use a book written by Venerable An Hui. He was born in about the middle of the 5th century in southern India. He wrote a book. The name is The Book on Mahayana 5 Skandhas. And in his book, he clearly explained what are those skandhas meanings. What is the contents of those skandhas? So today, I wanted to use this opportunity to introduce the first skandha, Rupa. Rupa, sometimes we translate this into matter or material. Or sometimes we're going to use elements. So it can be something you feel that related with material. Okay, material. When we say Rupa, when we say the first skandha, actually we wanted to introduce 4 great elements in order to understand when we talk about Rupa, material, what kind of material we are talking about. Okay. And in ancient India, they believe in this way. And Buddha copied this kind of idea. All kinds of material, physical phenomena, actually formed by four great elements or four great existence. Four great existence. What are those four great elements or existence? The first one is earth. The second one is water. The third one is fire. The last one, the fourth one is air. Okay. When we say earth, water, fire, and air, it doesn't mean that we directly to observe water in the ocean, fire in the stove. No, actually, when we talk about those four elements, those are the essence of all phenomena. Those are essence. Anything that is solid, they call earth. It doesn't mean the dirt is earth. Okay. For example, I'm going to collect some earth from the ground. Actually, in this earth, it contains water, is it right? There is water, there's temperature, there's air in it. So when we talk about those four elements, in this book explains that this introduce the basic elements, the essence of everything. We call earth, we call water, we call fire, we call air. When we say air, that means everything that floats. Yeah. For example, my body is circulating right now. Yeah. And when we think about the blood, it related with water. But the circulation, the energy, the motion, we call it air. Okay. So for this part, in Buddhism, Buddha asked us, when you think about your body, when you observe your own body, you wanted to use those four elements to observe yourself. In order to understand, your body is directly related with those four elements. You depend on those conditions. Okay? And this is the reason why Buddha asked us. We wanted to observe our body first. When we observe our body, then we directly to observe those four elements. In order to know how am I having my body existing over here. So sometimes during meditation, some teachers, they will teach you, try to analyze those four elements. Sometimes people will emphasize on observing water. Yeah. During meditation, they are going to focus on water. Yeah. Maybe they are going to observe the liquid water, the liquid. And slowly they are going to use the kind of observation of water and slowly eradicate the attachment on their body. Yeah. Sometimes they do use this kind of practice, yeah, to observe themselves in order to liberate yourself from the attachment of the body. And today I wanted to use this opportunity also introduce you that there are inner elements and also outer elements. Inner elements means those 4 elements is forming my organs. For example, I have eye, my eye being formed by those 4 elements. Okay, because those elements, so I have the organ of eye. In this organ, I have the nerves in my eye, so I can see. I'm able to see. Why I can see? Because 4 elements produce my eye, so I can see. We call this inner elements. Also, at the same time, we have outer elements. When I have this vision, I can see you are here, also the cushion is here. Okay? Those are objects for me to see. So how can I recognize things around me? Because of 4 elements. 4 elements form my body, make me be able to see, to smell, to hear. At the same time, 4 elements is going to form phenomena outside of myself. So I can see the car is running. I can smell the kitchen, the food. And I feel the temperature in this room. Okay, so we have inner 4 elements, outer 4 elements. When you observe this kind of phenomena, you slowly understand my existence actually depends on all kinds of conditions in order to function. So you are not just one eye. Actually, we all depend on all conditions in order to perform, the kind of ability in daily life. Okay. Okay. At this moment, I wanted to introduce some methods that we can use in meditation. When you go to retreat, basically, we wanted to gain more concentration every time when we go to retreat. Okay. After concentration, then we wanted to develop our observation. Actually, these are 2 important parts for meditation. In Buddhism, when we say meditation, includes concentration and contemplation. Concentration means you are able to focus. Contemplation means you are able to observe, to understand the phenomena clearly. Okay. Actually, every time when we practice meditation, the easy way, the direct way to increase our own concentration is you observe yourself directly. You use your body as a way to focus. So many of you, if you feel I have practiced meditation for a long time, I have my own method already, I have my own skill, you continue to use your skill. If you say, I'm a beginner, I don't know how to practice meditation, I don't know how to concentrate myself, then you may select this kind of a method. You simply observe your breath. Every time when you breathe in, breathe out, you simply observe this motion. The air goes through your nose, the air coming out of your nose. Okay. Also, you can observe, okay, this is the air, go through my body. I wanted to have this kind of a feeling, understanding how I'm going to, inhale, how am I going to exhale. So this is the way for us to start. You simply, by using your breath as a way to concentrate your mind. When we say observing the breath, it doesn't mean you have to sit all the time. Yeah. You can use any kind of opportunity. For example, you are walking somewhere. Actually, you can breathe in, breathe out. Intentionally, then observe your breath. Even you lay in bed, as long as you are not sleepy, then you can use this opportunity to observe your breath. So use your breath is a way. And also, if you observe part of your body, any part of your body, sometimes people may focus their mind over here. This is the center of the body. Every time when you breathe in, you feel the air go through your chest, go down to this area. You may use this part of your body as a way to concentrate. So in Buddhism, we encourage everyone. Your body is something you can use it all the time. It's very convenient because this is your body. If you are able to and do we have any emergency? No? Okay. So in Buddhism, we do encourage people properly use your body to increase your concentration and contemplation. Also, when you observe your body more and more, actually you are able to take care of your body. You are going to know how to take care of yourself better. A few years ago, I had a very serious illness once more in my lifetime. I had 3 very serious illnesses in my life. The last time was in 2013. And after that illness, I still remind myself, also remind others. We are the last doctor of ourselves. Sometimes we do go to doctors. We do need help from doctors. But you are your own doctor. You are the last doctor of yourself. You still have to make your own decision. Yeah. Do you know that when I was ill, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep for a pretty long time. It was very painful, very uncomfortable. You feel the whole body is out of control. You cannot manage yourself. You cannot eat, no nutrition from food. You cannot sleep, no nutrition from sleep. Then you feel the whole person is very weak. And at the moment, as a monk, fortunately, I was still maintain my mindfulness. I did not have worries too much. I just wanted to maintain my calmness, clear mental stage. Do not think on negative thoughts. So fortunately, I was be able to stabilize myself from this illness. But when I recovered from this illness, just because I discovered I had body heat too much heat in my stomach. Long time ago, I believe in this kind of concept. We are vegetarian, so we have a cool nature, in the body. We have a cool nature in the body. So have to consume more food with heat. But this time I discovered I had too much heat. I have to consume more cooler food. Yeah. When I discovered this phenomenon of my body, I changed my diet. So I did not actually take medication. I slowly changed my diet, and also, find a way to drink proper water or juice. Finally, I recovered from this. Yeah. Do you know, even today, every time when I have headache, I seldom to use medicine. I don't really take Tylenols. Yeah. Do you know, today I discover whenever I have headaches, it's better for me to drink green tea right away. Somehow, after I drink green tea, I drain the body heat out. Then my mind will be clear. The headache will be gone very soon. So sometimes understand your body. By observing your body and through meditation, then we can understand our body better. And in certain way, we can take care of ourselves. Even doctors, they are trying to understand what's going on with our body. They have to do different kind of tests. But you are the person. You can feel your body right away. But without careful observation, even this is my body, I don't understand my body at all. Of course, we cannot take over the body. So observing 4 elements of your body, properly understand, do I have too much water or too much heat, too much air, or too much earth, too heavy? Then we adjust our body. That is the benefits for us to observe 4 elements. Okay. And also, in my understanding, as a Buddhist, when we observe our body, when we try to understand our body, the ultimate goal is detach from attachment of the body. So I always use this concept to share with everyone. As a Buddhist, we wanted to treat this body as a vehicle. You have a car. How are you going to use it? How are you going to take care of it? This is my car. In order to safely drive this car, you do need maintenance, yes? You do have to find a way to maintain this car. So in Buddhism, we don't say, oh, this is my body, it's not important. Actually, we have to find a way to maintain this body in order to use it. So we have to find a way to maintain the body in good health. But this car out of factory for us to use for some time, after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, maybe not more than 50 years, one day we have to abandon this car. We have to change in a new car. This is the concept, for us to learn. Yeah, because every one of us, yes, sometimes more or less, every one of us, we do attach to the body. But after I have, different kind of illness, then I observe my body, myself, again. Finally, I feel that I wanted to treat this body as a vehicle. I wanted to find a way to maintain my body, and in order to have good health. But also, I'm going to accept all kinds of changes. Even accept someday I have to abandon this body. I'm ready for this. Okay. So these are reasons for us to observe 5 skandhas, but the first one is the body. Okay, and why we have to use those 4 elements to analyze as the body because of this. Finally, according to this book, the book of Mahayana 5 skandhas, Venerable An Hui, his Sanskrit name is Stiramati. In his book, he actually introduced another concept for us to learn, for us to know. When we talk about Rupa, we always mention material. When we talk about material, actually those materials are related with something visible we can see. This is material. Okay? This is my body, something we can see. For this part, it's very easy. My 5 senses related with the body, you can see my ear, you can see my eye. I can see the cushion, I can see the lights. Those are easy part. But according to his book, he introduced another phenomenon, another matter, another existence. He called this invisible matter. Invisible. So actually, this is in the first skandha, Rupa, directly related with material. But somehow in his book, he introduced another phenomenon. He called this invisible material, invisible existence, invisible elements. This is difficult. And if you have a chance, because there's no English translation, when I studied this book, he said, what are the invisible matters? Invisible matters, invisible materials. For example, today I'm here seeing you around. I will say, you are my friends. I wish every one of you be well, be healthy, be happy. When I say those words, those are still visible words, visible phenomena. You can hear the sound. I wish you well. These are visible words. Okay? But after these visible words, those words will accumulate invisible, what do you call that, energy there. And this energy is invisible. Yeah. This part is difficult. Yeah. And in Buddhism, in this book, it says, all kinds of karmas actually are invisible matters. Today, I'm going to help people. I'm doing something good. I'm going to accumulate, positive karmas. When we say there are merits, there are karmas, we feel it's invisible. We feel it's invisible. Invisible, but there is a karma existed there. But in this book, Venerable An Hui put this into the first category. Category, related with materials. That means karma can be materials. Karma can be materials. Okay, so this is a very unusual terms for us to learn. Over here, can you hear anything? No? Can you see anything over here? What did you see? No, I'm just this open area. I think with our eyes, we don't see anything over here, is right? In this open area, there's a space, nothing there. When I wanted to hear something, I don't hear any sound, is right? So over here right now, with our naked eye, we don't see anything. We don't hear anything. But how about I ask you to give me a computer or a TV monitor, receiver, or radio, plug in, then turn it on. There will be programs through the monitor or through radio. I can hear some sound. So this is something I feel we can imagine by thinking in this way. They are invisible phenomena. We cannot see, we cannot hear. But through certain channel, we are going to receive it. Okay. And sometimes this body just a receiver. Yeah. I see you, you see me. And a lot of things we don't hear, we don't see. But somehow after we contact, I have a strong feeling about you. Oh, we feel that we know each other for a long, long time. There's a kind of a karma. This is invisible matter. This is invisible material. So this the special terms that we can learn today: invisible material, invisible matter. And that is directly related with good karma or bad karma. So every time when we do something good, you don't want it to worry, okay? Because those good karma will be existing there for you. Of course, we have to worry about something that we should not do. If something we should not do, then don't do it. Because after you commit this kind of action, it's going to create invisible karma there, invisible material there. Okay. Today, I feel perhaps it's enough for me to, to express this part of the skandha. So today we're going to talk about this skandha, and the next time we're going to talk about feelings. Okay, feelings. And after perception, the heavy part is mental formation. That is the most heavy part. A lot of contents. Introduce all kinds of thoughts, ideas. So we're going to use longer time for the fourth skandha. But for this part, for next part, maybe just one talk will be enough. Yes.